I'm heterosexual, so I can,
Fan.
yeah, you know,
Yeah,
in that current state,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I know. I was thinking, like, I always think of things from a psychological standpoint, and I'm always thinking beyond the surface when I think about something. So, in my opinion, from a psychological breakdown, I feel like that a man that would be attracted to MA is hiding his homosexual tendencies, in my opinion. You know what I mean? If a man could look at MA and say, yo, she looks good, I want to be intimate with that. It's like they have an unconscious desire to be with a man, but they can live morally. They don't feel corrupt, because a lot of people, because of, certain religions, is against their religions to be homosexual or whatever. They feel
Social
like
influences,
exactly they can lie
right?
down with someone that, who presents as a man, but morally is actually a woman. So they're not really gay, but they're with a woman that looks like a man. You know what I mean?
Right, right. That's unique.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see that perspective because, um, as a heterosexual man who's attracted to a woman who's feminine, I don't see what you would see
Mm-hmm.
if young Ma dressed as she casually does. I guess I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. You know what I mean? But at least in the Shannon Sharp interview, she was. She appeared masculine,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and for me as a heterosexual, no, I see she looked cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The homie.
She looked
You and
cool.
the
Yeah,
homie.
yeah, she looked
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, like
Got you.
we'd be there. We're kicking on the block.
Yeah.
But it's nothing that I want to be like. There's nothing that was like, it was like, and Shannon Sharp, he never. What's funny about that is he didn't necessarily wanted to say that, but he talked around being attracted to the masculine
He
woman,
did. He did.
and like I said, she definitely backed him in a lot of corners in that interview.
Mm-hmm.
To watch it. She should go back and watch. She backed him in the corner. She backed him in the corner. It's like, what do you mean? Like, how was that? And
Mm-hmm.
he kind of found himself fumbling on words because he could. It seems like he could see himself
Mm-hmm. I know. I know.
differentiating. The fact that she identifies as masculine but is biologically
Oh,
feminine.
female. Yeah.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
She also said something about she likes to sleep with straight women, and I'm like,
Yes.
thinking to myself, sweetheart, if you sleep with a woman, she's not, and she sleeps with her, she's not straight. She's not straight. I'm sorry, she's not.
Can I ask? Can I ask what that exactly means for a lesbian to prefer to sleep with a heterosexual woman? I don't know what that means.
I don't understand. I find a lot of homosexual people, they like to sleep with straight people. I don't understand the logic behind it. I think, you know what I think? I think it's validation. I think because MA, presents herself as masculine. And I respect her though, because she's not trying to say she's a man. She knows she's not a man. You know what I mean? So I respect her for that. But if she can be with a woman who normally is only into and attracted to men, then I think that validates her as a masculine person. It's like validation.
So it's psychological.
It's psychological. Yeah, of course.
Psychological. Okay. All right. Okay. So that makes more sense. There are there a lot of a lot of different type of preferences has to do with psychological.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, I wouldn't say issues, but psychological
Dynamic.
differences.
Yeah,
Difference, yeah. That say
yeah,
psychological dynamics. That's
yeah,
a great.
yeah.
Psychological differences is another
Mm-hmm,
way to say that.
mm-hmm,
Um, but I think it more so has to do with psychological. Her, you know, um, my experience and what I've studied in college, it
mm-hmm.
seems that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And sometimes I think about, like, let's say women like MA. If a woman is lesbian, okay, for me it makes sense if she's lesbian and she dates women that are feminine because she loves the feminine. I
Right.
don't understand what happens in a young lady's mind when she starts to think that she's a male and she wants to present herself as a male. You know, I don't know her backstory, but I always theorize that if a young lady is victimized, that then she thinks if I can become the person who victimized me, then I can't be victimized anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the root of a lot of women who are man presenting or male presenting lesbians. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm tough now. I strip myself of any sexuality. I strip myself of any femininity. Now I am a man. I don't have to worry about you looking at me inappropriately. I don't have to worry about you trying to touch me inappropriately. I don't have to worry about you sexualizing me because I'm a man. I'm one of the men like you. You know, I'm strong now. It's like a form of strength, I think, for a lot of women who do that.
I have seen examples of that personally.
Hmm.
um, and talk to women that were abused in one way or another,
Hmm.
whether it be a relationship, whether it be a very young lady,
Hmm.
um, by family members and
Hmm.
that type of thing.
Hmm.
And I've seen that happen more so than not. And it because you got to understand, as a child,
Hmm.
your brain is so malleable.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's influenced by so many different things,
Exactly.
positive or negative, unfortunately.
Hmm. Exactly.
And some people are exposed to negative things
Hmm.
that influence decision making abilities later in life.
Exactly. Exactly.
They grow up with dealing with this type of trauma, but not identifying that as trauma,
Hmm.
and they just grow up, thinking that it's normal, unfortunately, and
Exactly.
they
Exactly.
discover that later in life
Hmm.
that there was some issues there.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
feel like we all need healing. If anyone is listening right now and you're a victim, a child victim of any kind of um, inappropriate behavior by a family member, go get therapy, get counseling, get help. You know what I mean? It's help there. You don't have to be depressed. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to internalize the abuse.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
There's so many strong people that will help you through anything that you could possibly be going through.
exactly. Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so anybody that's seeing this, I encourage the same.
Hmm.
Step up, be brave,
Hmm.
be bold, and realize
Hmm.
you know
Hmm.
you got so much to live for. You have so much to gain by
Absolutely.
stepping up and saying something.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
yes,
I think that's a lot of it's a major problem, and not just the American community, but nationwide, worldwide. I'll say, um, where a lot of children are victimized. You know what I mean? They don't know how to speak up and get help or get therapy for it, and it kind of
right,
shatters their psyche. You know what I mean? And it's a
right.
real issue. It's a real issue. If
It
if
is.
if some kind of way the governments could eradicate child abuse, I think society would instantly be better. Instantly. If they could
Yes,
eradicate child abuse, you know what I mean? We're talking about verbal abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse. If that could be eradicated some way, then I think a lot of the crimes that we have in society will instantly go down. Instantly. Instantly.
That's the structure them up. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree.
Yeah. Yeah. But
It's so.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. No, I want to hear
No,
you.
I was just saying it's really unfortunate how people mistreat children in society. Even the case, did you hear about the case in South Carolina with the Asian store owner that killed the child?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
what do you think about the case from your understanding?
I to be honest, if I was to keep it really simple in a
Okay.
situation, how do you shoot somebody 4 times in the back? It's just that simple for me. For bottles of water, for bottles of water, it's disgusting. 35 years.
For
Wow.
me, I'll say
What?
initially when I heard about it, I kind of ignored it because I believe that a lot of things in society is fabricated, by the powers that be for social experiments, to keep us, to force kind of what they call trauma porn, you know what I mean? And desensitize us to violence, you know what I mean? To program the masses to believe it's okay to hurt melanated Black American FBA child or any child of any color. You know what I mean? It's like they're trying to desensitize us to these things. And I don't
Mm,
want to be a person that's desensitized to violence, particularly against children. I would never be desensitized to that. I'm an advocate against child abuse. You know what I mean? I speak for Rain and everything, so I'm completely against that. That's a serious issue for me.
mm,
However, as I look into it, it may not be a psych op because you got to realize they do post psych op. They post fake stories and fake crisis actors and all this kind of stuff for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Whatever way to sway society, whatever to keep people moving a certain direction, to divide people. That's a real issue. You know what I mean? So
mm,
initially I ignored it because I'm like, this is not going to work. I'm not going to run around hating a certain demographic of people because it is one person. I'm not going to hate this person because of, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to let it work. So the way I say don't let it work is don't watch it. However, if it is indeed a true story and it indeed happened and a young man did indeed lose his life and they weren't crisis actors, I think that store owner is disgusting. I think the people of South Carolina and that jury are disgusting because, like you said, there were bottles of water. Okay, hypothetically, if he did steal 2 bottles of water, a bottle of water, a cup of water, an ice cube, whatever, you don't get to run out the store and chase someone out of the store. You know what I mean? You can't. I don't know what country this guy is from. He's some kind of Asian guy, but you don't get to become judge, jury, and executioner because someone takes a bottle of water. And this is if he took a bottle of water. Okay. Now, they claimed that the young man had a gun on him. Now, I don't know about the gun thing because they said a gun was found near him. How can we prove that this young man actually had a gun? He was 14 years old. How can we prove that?
I want to point out the fact that he casually walked out of the store with nothing.
Exactly.
Um, I want to highlight the fact that he took off running only. It seemed like by the video after feeling threatened.
Exactly.
Um, they said that they found a gun near him. So where, at what point, it's like, do you shoot him in the back? As a store owner, hypothetically, I see a 14-year-old kid walking to my store who does steal 4 bottles of water. My bullets are worth more than the bottles of water are.
Exactly. Your morals, your sanity. How can he sleep
Yes,
at night?
on top of everything else. Yes,
How can he sleep at night and he murdered a child? Now, I don't
yes,
know what country he comes from, but here in America, we are a land of laws. So in that situation, if the boy did hypothetically steal a bottle of water, you call the police and you ban him out of your store. You don't get to chase somebody out the store they stole a bottle of water and then murder them.
and murder them. Right.
And then you said the young guy had a gun. Why would he have a gun? He's running from you. So I'm thinking, very possibly, he could have threw a gun on him.
Absolutely.
It's very
Because there was
possible.
there was two people. It was the store owner and his son that were
Exactly.
pursuing him out of the store.
Exactly.
If I'm so to justify that, because I mean, essentially it's a bottle of water. At the bare minimum, they're guilty of manslaughter.
Exactly. At the bare minimum, manslaughter. I completely agree. I completely agree.
And I couldn't believe it, but it shows flaws and loopholes in our justice system, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it serves its purpose to make us as a melanated American Indian FBA people feel less than. You know what I mean? So
Right.
we're supposed to always be the victim, always get treated with injustice, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And honestly, if this case is real and this isn't a psyop, like I mentioned earlier, the father, yeah, he needs to do his due diligence, put in work because he murdered his son, shot him. I didn't know he shot him. I didn't know he shot him 4 times. 4 times?
Yes. In the back. So, also, I want to
No,
highlight the fact that apparently the store owner has sold that store
he sold it.
since the incident. Yes,
Okay.
since the incident
Yeah.
happened,
Okay.
because I'm sure you could imagine there was a lot of outrage,
Yeah.
especially after the verdict.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he sold that store. He no longer owns it. Apparently,
It's on the father
according to
now. The
reports.
way I see it is on the father. It's on the father. And you know what I'm talking about.
But the other part about this that was more alarming said was a young man. I don't even want to, address
Mm-hmm.
who this character is.
Mm-hmm.
That came on the internet and said a lot about, well, if you feel this type of way, don't support the Asian community, our Chinese stores,
Okay.
our nail salons,
Okay.
our beauty stores,
Okay.
and so on and so forth.
Okay.
that
Okay.
they they want to claim contributing to our community, which they're just coming basically to rob. They don't live there. They come to collect the money for a lot of
That's
things.
the
And I,
thing. I think whoever that person is saying that ignorant bullshit, you should be more respectful and humble. Okay, you should say, okay, this guy did this thing, but it's not a reflection of Asian people. Not all of us are this way. He made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. But to get up there and arrogantly say, don't support this thing, we don't have to. We
right,
have our own hair. We don't need to buy hair from you all. We don't need to go to your nail salons. We don't need to support your Chinese food. We make our own Chinese food. I make Korean and Chinese food. You know what I mean? And it's better than anything you would get out of a restaurant. And it's not,
absolutely,
you know what I'm saying? So that's an arrogant statement, and he is actually an enemy of his community to say such a thing. Because he's calling us
I,
to
w-
act. Do he know who we are? He don't know who we
I
are.
agree.
He don't know who we are
I
as a
agree.
people. So you're calling us to not support. You think that we won't get shit done? You can say whatever you want to say about FBA people. You can talk whatever crap you want to talk. We get shit done. Wallahi, we get
Right,
shit done.
right.
So this is what he want to do. He want to make an enemy with our community? Okay. Okay.
Here's the thing. If that's the way he feels, and that one Asian young man speaks for the entire community.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to completely, boycott any Asian business if he's speaking for on behalf of all of them, as if he's one fish among the school. So, you know, I would absolutely be like, you don't really, you know what I mean? So we get along with you because you are part of the community, but
Exactly.
if you speak for behalf of all Asians in that mindset in our communities, then I'm completely ready to
Good.
boycott.
Yo, I stopped going to the nail salons during COVID. Cause I remember a couple times I go to salon and I'll get a man and a patty. And they're like, okay, it's $65, $75. I'm like, okay, cool. Do you want design on your toe? I'm like, sure. Okay, that's $5 more. Then they're like, you want design on your fingernail? I'm like, yeah, that's $10 more. I'm like, hold on. We up to $100, right?
Right.
So a couple times, and I don't get any stitches. I don't get the tips or any of that. Just my regular natural nails and my toenails, and it's that much money. So a couple times I had went to a salon. It's one time in particular I'm thinking about, and the lady's like asking my profession and this and that, chatting with me. And I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Then she goes, she's like, what are you? I said, I'm American Indian. She's like, oh, that's why you're pretty. And that offended me. That offended me because I'm like, so if I'm an FBA, I'm not attractive. You know what I mean? If I'm a Black American, I'm not attractive. I'm pretty because I'm American Indian. That offended me. Then she goes
Mm.
on to say, you have a credit card? I'm like, yeah, I have a couple credit cards. I got some Platinums in my wallet. I got some American Express in my wallet. She's like, oh, next time you get a full set and you get this and you get that, and it be 150. 150. And I'm like, I'm already paying $100. That's a lot of money to do my nails. You know what I mean? And you are not grateful for that $100. You're trying to tell me to put myself in debt, further debt, using a credit card to get my nails done.
Right.
I instantly stopped. I go on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube.
Absolutely.
and I learn how to do my gel set. I do extensions. I do designs. I do my nails myself. And I get so many compliments on my nails because I said I'm not giving money to that community. Okay? They don't hire our people. You go in any nail salon, they will bring a person straight from Vietnam because most of the Vietnamese do nails. They will bring a Vietnamese person, barely speak English, to come and pay them to do your nails. But you won't hire an American in there, Black or white. But you in my country. No, not doing that. We're not doing that. One thing I
Want our
don't support.
money.
Oh, go ahead.
No. They're in our country and want our money.
With our money, and they don't give back to our community. They stay in the enclaves. They only socialize with their people. They go to their grocery stores. They don't benefit the American people at all. So if they want war, we can start it. I guarantee you'll be going back to your country. We'll be fine just here in America. We don't need that. If that's your shitty attitude, we don't need it. Y'all want to come to America and y'all want to be against Americans and be racist against Americans or xenophobic against Americans? Keep your ass in your country. That's just how it goes. I make no apologies.
That's anyone that is not
You would never catch me going to another. If I ever immigrated to another person's country, you would never catch me going to that country and being biased against the people that welcome me into my motherfucking land. You would never motherfucking land. You would never catch that. I have too much intelligence to do that. Because if you don't trust the people, if you don't like the people, then why did you come here? Why are you here? Stay in your country. I'm a patriot. I'm a patriot all day long.
That's patriots in our family.
Yes.
Down the line.
Yes. My forefathers have fought in many wars. My forefathers have fought in many wars. My great-great-grandfather was in the freaking military. I'm a patriot.
Absolutely.
I have ancestors that fought in the Confederate War. I'm a patriot. And now stand on it. This is my land, and I don't
Right.
play about it. So if that
Nothing
guy
wrong at
he
all.
want to go there, we can go there. We can go there.
I know that's right.
You
I
know
respect it, and there's nothing wrong with being pro-American.
exactly,
There's
exactly,
nothing wrong with that.
exactly,
I'm pro-American as well. I stand with you.
exactly, exactly. So yeah, I just that needs to change. You know, maybe I don't know where that guy's from. Maybe his country they allowed to go and kill people for touching water or stealing an ice cube or whatever. But we are a nation of laws. You do not break the law, and I uphold this ideology to my community as well. I'm not just saying you know what I mean. Oh, that applies to you, but not to us. I have the same thing and the same ideology in our community. So I believe in being intelligent, being powerful, being strong. You know what I'm saying? And being thinkers. Yo,
Absolutely.
I'm just saying it. You want to be like that? Okay. Let's see.
I think that's a great place to end it. My sis, it has been a pleasure. Absolutely. I think we covered a lot of ground.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We
I
did. Like
don't want to bore the people.
well, tell the people where they can reach you at, how they can contact you.
They can contact me on my Facebook at Jizzle Gregory. They
Okay.
can contact me on my Instagram at Jizzle Gregory.
Okay.
Um, and I'm also going to be uploading a YouTube page,
Okay.
and they can
Great.
reach out, like,
Okay.
comment, subscribe. Absolutely. I look forward to hear what the people have to say.
Okay. I do too. And again, I'm Shakira Z. You can reach me at shakirazchi.com. I'm working on my book. I have a book already, Collective Reflective Power, a memoir. Check it out. It's very inspirational, very powerful. You can reach me at Facebook, shakirazchi.com. Shakira Z. Facebook, not .com. You can reach me at I am Shakira1 on Instagram. You also can reach me on X, Shakira Niji. As always, keep God first, love, and peace always.
Blessings to the people.
Blessings to the people. Bye-bye.
All right.